Hey, my name is Robin, and this is my hashtag Jesus changed my life and hashtag my take on the coronavirus challenge. Especially because it's the Passion Week leading up to Easter, I thought that it's just the right time to do this. Um, so, how did Jesus change my life? Um, Man, I don't even know where to begin, but I would say Jesus profoundly changed my life in two fronts: fear and purpose. Fear and purpose. So, as a kid, as far as I can remember, I was just always haunted by this idea of dying. Death just haunted me, and I remember so often, just as a kid, lying awake in my bed by myself in the dark, um, just being just gripped with this like bottomless pit of despair, this gaping hole of fear of the thought of dying. Um, just imagining not existing after death, that my memories, everything would be annihilated, that I would never exist ever again. That completely just gripped me as a child. And when I was 10, I remember this was before I was a Christian. I believed in Christ. I prayed to some God that I had a sense that existed, and I was like, God, if you're out there, like, please, please, the day that my mom passes away, take me with her, please, because I cannot bear the thought of living with the death of someone that I treasured and loved the most. And just as a child, at a young age, I was just so gripped by this reality that I was going to die at some point. Um, this is why I didn't even like looking at pictures, because it just reminded me that time was passing. Two, purpose. Man, I was aimless and purposeless in my life. I had a lot of energy as a kid, but I didn't know where to expend that energy. So, I just really just my purpose. I fought for myself, for my own name, my own pride. For my own self, and so whenever anyone just made me angry or cut my lane or got in my way, I would respond in anger, and I would defend myself, and whether physically or verbally. But in ninth grade, I started going to this church with my mom down the street, and man, in that youth group, Jesus just became so real. That was when I was learning music, and Jesus just arrested my heart that season of life, and he became so beautiful to me. And I just even saying the name Jesus was so wonderful in my heart, and I just remember like my life's aim just started to just radically just switch its aim, and it just it just aimed and directed itself to this one person named Jesus. With that, I found this this massive sense of purpose in life, and then also my fear of death just started to disappear. No longer started having these nightmares at nights. Um, and the verse that I'm really reminded of is Philippians 1:21, where Paul says, "For to me, to live is Christ, and to die is gain." That really just kind of sums up my life. To live, man, my only purpose in life is Christ. That's the only thing worth living for, and that's the only thing big enough to encompass my life and my eternity. And two, to die is gain. Jesus resurrected. He defeated the grave. I don't need to be afraid of dying, because I too will resurrect, and Jesus too will give me a new life in the last days. And so this has freed me and gave me a new life. And during times like this, especially at times like this pandemic with coronavirus, I personally think it's an opportunity for us all to really think about life, death, God, our finitude, our weakness, family, friends, how do I love my neighbors? I think it's really important, and I encourage every one of you guys to really take this time to think about what's really important and essential, the stuff that really matters in life right now. And my prayer is that Jesus will actually meet you where you're at, in this season. And yeah, and you know, during this Passion Week leading up to Easter, I pray that if you are without a church and wanting to join an Easter service, go find some sort of live stream, join a worship service for Easter, and if you need one, you know, you can join our church at Generations Ministry. All right. Well, I encourage you to ponder and think about the things that really matter. And here was my take. Thanks.